So, before po tayo mag-start, tayo po muna ay manalangin. Panginoon na mga kapangyarihan sa lahat, ako po ay naririto sa inyong harapan upang humingi mula sa inyo ng gabay sa isa sa gawa ko pong pagtuturo kay Mama. Naway bigyan niyo po ako ng wisdom and knowledge upang ma-deliver ko na maayos ang aking topic. Gayon na rin po sa aking ina, naway maintindihan at may sa puso niyo po ang aking mga i-discuss sa kanya. Panginoon, kami po ay inyong patawarin sa aming mga pagkakasala at pagkukulang. Naway linisin niyo po ang aming puso at isipan nasa gayon kami ay maging karapat-dapat sa inyong banal na harapan. Ito, ito lamang po sa aking dalangin sa matamis sa Panginoon Jesus, sa aming tagapagligtas sa Panginoon. Amen.
Man,
Wait, at i-ano ko lang, i-share ko lang. Yan. Living with diabetes, a guide to thriving, not just surviving.
na naman.
So, what is diabetes mellitus? Diabetes is a condition that occurs when your blood sugar or glucose levels are excessively high. It occurs when your pancreas produces insufficient insulin or none, or when your body fails to respond correctly to insulin's effects. Diabetes affects people of all ages. Most forms of diabetes are chronic or lifelong. Pero lahat sila ay manageable by medication and changing our lifestyle. Now, blood sugar, also known as blood glucose. This is the main sugar found in your blood. It is the body's primary source of energy. Now we have insulin, a hormone that helps glucose to enter from bloodstream into cells that can be used as stored energy. Glu Ang ating blood sugar or glucose mainly comes from carbohydrates in our food. Ito po yung mga starchy food, milk, sugary foods, and many more. Is our body's go-to source of energy. Our blood carries glucose to all your body cells to use for energy. Halimbawa, ito, itong illustration. Okay. Yan. Para po mas magets natin ang gamit nitong mga to. Bawa, itong circle, itong sinecircle ko. Ito yung bloodstream. And then we have glucose, insulin, and cells. Para po makapasok si glucose, para po tayo ay store up ng energy, si glucose, kailangan niya munang pumasok kay cell. Pero, kailangan niya muna ng susi para makapasok siya sa loob ng cells. So, here comes the insulin. Ang hormone na nagbubukas ng pinto para makapasok si glucose. Kasi, kapag hindi nakapasok si glucose sa ating cell, wala tayong may store na energy. At kapag na hindi nakapasok, syempre kapag hindi nakapasok si glucose, may stuck lang siya sa labas ng cell, may stuck lang siya sa ating bloodstream, na magkukos, kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng high blood sugar dahil dito. Kasi hindi nakakalabas si glucose sa bloodstream at hindi siya nakakapasok kay cell. Then, um, we have three common types of diabetes mellitus. We have type 1 DM, type 2 DM, and gestational diabetes. So, what are the symptoms and causes of diabetes? Too much glucose circulating in your um, bloodstream causes diabetes regardless of the type. However, the reason why your blood glucose levels are high differs depending on the type of diabetes. Um, Isa sa mga causes nito ay insulin resistance na type 2 DM. autoimmune disease, type 1 DM, hormonal imbalance, gestational DM for pregnant women, and pancreatic damage. Siyempre, bakit nga pa isa siyang factor na, bakit isa siyang factor? Kasi, kapag nasira ang ating pancreas, ah, siyempre kapag nasira siya, may tendency na hindi na consistent ang pagpo-produce niya ng insulin. At meron din tendency na hindi na siya makakapag-produce. Eh um, ano nga ba ang gamit na insulin sa ating katawan? Ano nga ba? Ma,
Insulin?
yeah.
Susi nga.
Susi
Susi
nga.
ng cell para makapasok ang glucose sa cell.
Yes.
At
Yes.
siyang naglalak din.
Yes. So, kapag walang insulin, syempre, si glucose doon na siya sa labas. May stock na siya doon. At kapag na-stuck lang siya doon, doon na tataas ang ating blood sugar. So, para maiwasan yun, kailangan natin ng insulin para makapasok sa glucose sa cell, para makapag-store tayo ng energy na mga gamit natin sa araw-araw. Then, we have genetics. Ah, ito po ay pwede siyang nai-inherit. Like, sabi mo nga po na nakuha mo po kay inang mo yung DM na, and sabi mo rin na pwede namin siyang mamana kasi ang family nyo ay mga diabetic people. Next slide. Now, what are the symptoms of diabetes? First, we have increased thirst. High blood sugar levels cause the body to pull fluid from tissues, making you feel dehydrated and more thirsty than usual. Then we have slow healing cuts and sores. Diabetes can impair our body's natural healing process due to poor blood circulation and nerve damage. Then fatigue. When cells can access glucose for energy due to insulin resistance or lack of insulin, you may feel unusually tired. Gaya na sinabi ko kanina, ang gawain ng glucose ay makapag-store ng ating energy sa cells. Pero syempre hindi nga siya makapasok sa ating cells, kaya hindi siya na-store as energy, kaya tayo nakakaramdam ng fatigue. Then blurred vision. High blood sugar can cause the lens of the eye to swell, affecting your ability to see clearly. Frequent urination. Excess glucose in the blood forces the kidney to work harder to filter and absorb it, leading to more frequent urination. Siyempre, um, kapag hindi nakakapasok si glucose sa cell, syempre mag-stuck lang siya sa bloodstream. At ang bloodstream dumadaan siya sa kidney. Kaya ang ginagawa ng kidney ay from, uh, finifilter niya ang waste from our bloodstream. So, kapag naiwan yung mga waste na yon, nako-convert siya into urine. So, due to excessive glucose, nako-convert siya into urine, kaya marami tayong nailalabas na marami tayong naiilabas na urine. Then unexplained weight loss. Despite eating normally, the body may start breaking down fat and muscle for energy because it can use glucose effectively. Now, an article written by R. Kumar S. Sahana, P. Saha, and A. Dubai reviewed on diabetes mellitus type 1 and type 2. So, in summary po, itong article na to ay it talks about the type 1 DM and type 2 and gestational uh, diabetes. Pero parang ito na po yung summary ng ano natin eh. Pero mapag-uusapan pa natin yan sa next slides. Then we have type 1 diabetes. This is a type of diabetes where the immune system attacks the insulin producing in the pancreas. A person with this type of diabetes must inject lifetime insulin to maintain a normal blood sugar. So, ang ating autoimmune ay itong type 1 diabetes, ang ating autoimmune ay mistakenly attacks our cells in the pancreas na maglilid na madadamage ang ating pancreas. Eh, ang gawaan ng pancreas, di ba, magpo-produce siya ng insulin. So, kapag na-damage siya, parang may
Hindi
tendency
na
na
makaproduce.
mauubusan or
Hindi na
ah
siya makaproduce.
pa,
Hindi na siya makaproduce ng insulin kung
yes,
na-damage ng pancreas.
yes. Kapag na-damage siya. Kaya, ang may mga type 1 diabetes ay kailangan nila po mag-inject ng lifetime insulin to maintain a normal blood sugar. Ah, ano nga ba ang mga cause nito? Yes, autoimmune reaction. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, na ang autoimmune natin ay nami-mistake niya po na i-attack ang ating cells sa pancreas. Then, genetic factors. Pero, ang sabi ng mga scientists, hindi pa nila alam kung ano ba talaga yung cause nito, pero naniniwala sila na na isa po itong factor at the risk of developing the disease with the family history is approximately 0%. If your biological mother has it, your risk is 1 to 4%, and if your father has it, your risk will be 3% to 8%. But if both parents has it, your risk of developing the condition is as high 30%. And then we have environmental triggers. Scientists believe that the certain factors such as virus or environmental toxins can trigger your immune system to attack cells in your pancreas if you have genetic predisposition or developing type 1 DM. So, kapag nai-intake natin itong mga toxins na to, may tendency na mag-trigger niya ang immune system natin dahilan para i-attack niya ang ating cells sa pancreas na magkakos na hindi na siya makapag-produce ng insulin. That's why. And then, symptoms. Ano nga ba mga symptoms? Yes, we have frequent urination or polyuria, excessive thirst, or polydipsia because you are losing so much fluid through urination. Your body gets dehydrated. This leads to constant thirst no matter how much you drink. And then we have increased hunger or polyphagia. Even though there's a plenty of sugar in your body, your cells can't access it for energy. The body thinks is it's starving and send signals to eat more. Siyempre, hindi nga makapasok si glucose sa cell para makapag-store up ng energy. Kaya ang ating body ay magsisend ng signal ah para ah magsasend siya ng signal sa ating body para tayo ay kumain ng kumain at para sa hopefully na makapag-stock tayo ng energy and then unintended weight loss. Since the body can't use glucose, it starts breaking down fats and muscles for energy. This causes rapid unexplained weight loss even with normal or increased eating. Then, fatigue and weakness. Without insulin, your cells are starved of fuel. This leads to low energy, tiredness, and a feeling of weakness, like what I have said po kanina. And then, we have blood vision. Sabi ko na rin kanina, then irritability or mood changes. Low energy, high blood sugar, and brain fuel issues can make people feel more emotional, irritable, or moody. Siyempre nga po, hindi siya, kapag siyempre nakaka-feel tayo ng fatigue, nakaka-feel tayo ng hunger, di ba po, kapag nakaka-feel tayo ng mga ganito, ang mood natin ay nag-change, nagiging irritable tayo, ayaw natin ng mga maingay. Kaya, isa rin itong factor. And then, bedwetting in children who previously didn't wet the bed at night. This is due to increased urination and loss of bladder control caused by excess glucose in urine. Then, fruity smelling breath. When the body burns fat instead of sugar, it produces ketones. One ketone, acetone, gives off a sweet and fruity smell on the breath. A warning sign of diabetic ketoacidosis, also known as DKA, a medical emergency. Then, rapid onset of symptoms. In type 1 diabetes, symptoms can appear suddenly or over a few weeks or even days, especially in children or teens. Then we have type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is when the body's cells don't respond well to insulin, and over time, the pancreas can make enough insulin to keep it up. Um, di ba po na-diagnose kayo nitong this type of DM. So, we are going to delve po para mas maintindihan pa natin siya. Ang cause po nito ay
Sa'yo to?
insufficiency. Ibig sabihin, ang cells natin ay hindi po siya nagre-respond sa hindi siya nagre-respond sa insulin. Kaya ang pancreas natin ay produce ng insulin hanggang para tinatry niya ma-overcome at para hoping siya na makapasok siya sa loob ng cell. Pero, hindi niya siya pinapansin ng cells. So, produce siya ng produce. So, kapag produce siya ng produce, syempre mapagod siya, which leads to can't make enough insulin to overcome it. And that leads to type 2 DM. And then we have obesity and physical inactivity. Extra fat, especially around the belly or visceral fat, increases insulin resistance. Inactive muscles don't use up much glucose, making it harder to lower blood sugar levels. Exercise helps the body use insulin better and burn excess glucose. 80 to 90% of people with type 2 DM are overweight or obese. Genetic predisposition. If someone in your family, like a parent or sibling, has type 2 DM, your risk is higher. Certain genes affect how your body processes insulin and glucose. However, lifestyle factors, diet, exercise, and sleep can still prevent or delay the disease, even with genes. You inherit the
Kaya
tendency,
nga nag-exercise ako eh.
you inherit the tendency,
No.
not the disease itself. Pa? Kaya ka nag-exercise?
Kaya
Yes.
nga nag-exercise ako eh. Sa umaga.
Kaya pwede mo siyang ma-change, pwede mo siyang ma-delay sa pag-change po ng iyong lifestyle. And then we have age and ethnicity. As you get older, especially over age 45, your risk increases. Certain ethnic groups are
Mm.
at higher risk, including African, Hispanic or Latino, Asian, Pacific Islander, and Native American populations. Next slide.
Yan, type ko na.
Ah,
Doon na saan. Pero ang hina na internet.
yan.
Minsan
So,
na tayo mata. Hindi ko naririnig.
Gawin mo na maingay. So, we have, ano ba yung mga symptoms nito? Siyempre, frequent urination ulit, increased thirst, increased hunger, unintended weight loss, fatigue, blurred vision, slow healing of lesions, sores, or frequent infections, areas of darkened skin, usually in armpits and neck. Hmm. Meron ka ba mga yan?
Meron ako dito. Ano ba yun? Nagda-dark ba? Dito ko? Heart? Pero ang kilikili ko hindi naman eh. Ano sabi niya, acanthus
Ah,
nigricans? One, ang symptoms ng diabetes, magda-darken
dark
dito.
of ano, skin.
Meron? Wala? Hindi? Kasi nakokontrol ko eh.
So, bakit ka ba siya
Continue.
no, game. So, bakit nga ba siya nagdadar? This is a sign of insulin resistance. The skin becomes thick, velvety, and dark in folds or creases, like the neck or armpits. It's not painful, but it can be visible early warning signs of type 2 DM, often seen in overweight individuals or those at risk of diabetes. Ah, okay.
Kaya nga nag-exercise ako, di ba nagpapapayat ako para iwas
Pero kasi,
diabetes.
ah, and we have tingling or numbness in the hands or feet. Hala, diabetic mo si Papa?
Hindi, iba yung sa kanya, sciatica. Ako minsan nagnanabness ang kamay ko kung nadadaganan. Kung nadadaganan lang, nagnanab siya, pero kung hindi, wala naman.
It is called diabetic neuropathy. Prolonged, prolonged high blood sugar can damage nerves, especially in the hands or and feet. You might feel tingling, burning, numbness, pain, or sensitivity. Over time, this can affect balance and sensation, increasing the risk of injury. Wala ka naman, wala ka naman pong ganto. Hindi mo naman siya nararanasan.
Saan? Hindi ko makita.
Ano, yung sa ano po, balance mo and sensation.
Ay, yung nahihilo. So far, hindi naman.
Yung sensation po, hindi naman. Yung kasi there
Hindi
is of...
naman.
Okay. Symptoms may develop slowly and can be mild or absent. Many people with type 2 DM have no obvious symptoms for months or years. It's often found during routine blood tests. When symptoms do appear, they may be mistaken for stress or aging. This is why type 2 DM is sometimes called a silent disease.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it true ba, Mama? Now,
Maybe, pero ako kasi kontrolado na. Kaya wala akong symptoms na na-observe, nararanasan.
pero sa nalaman mo,
Nasa in between lang ako. Nasa nasa boundary.
so kaya mo po nalaman na meron kang type 2 DM dahil po sa ano, blood test, sa mga lab test.
Oo. Yeah.
Next, we have gestational diabetes. This type develop,
Oh, Mm.
hmm?
Pero 'di ba isa pang simptomas is yung nangangati?
Mm-mm, itchy.
Wala siya yata doon sa binigay mo.
Ano po, ano siya, yun nga, sa infection. To, yan,
Yun?
bleeding sores or frequent infections.
Hmm. Hindi itchiness. Iba naman sa infection.
Meron din. Then, Gestational gestational diabetes. This type of DM develops in some people during pregnancy. Gestational diabetes usually goes away after pregnancy. However, if you have gestational diabetes, you are at a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. Nakaranasan po ba ito, Mama? Ng ano?
Ako, hindi ko alam kung hindi ko naman hindi ko naranasan. High blood lang.
Hmm.
Pag nagbubuntis.
Nawala. Ayan. So, it happens when the hormones of the placenta block your ability to use or make insulin. Too much glucose in your blood can lead to pregnancy complications. Um, Gestational diabetes usually appears during the middle of pregnancy between 24 to 28 weeks. Your pregnancy care provider will order a blood test to check for gestational diabetes. Next, the causes of gestational diabetes. Uh, Hormonal changes during pregnancy. During pregnancy, hormones from the placenta can interfere with the way insulin works or insulin resistance. It may not regulate your blood sugar levels like it's supposed to, which can lead to gestational diabetes. And then pre-existing insulin resistance, excessive weight gain during pregnancy. Yeah. Then symptoms. Often asymptomatic, increased thirst, gano'n lang din siya. Uh, Frequent urination, fatigue, at nasusuka. Tapos, blurred vision, sugar in urine detected during routine prenatal visits. Hmm. Hmm. Wait. So, balik tayo dito ulit sa... no. Bakit ganyan? So, often asymptomatic. Most women with GTD don't feel any symptoms. That's why it's usually found through routine screening tests during weeks 24 to 28 of pregnancy. And note, you can have high blood sugar and do not feel anything at all. Ayan, kapag nasusuka ka, high blood sugar can sometimes cause mild nausea or stomach discomfort. However, this symptom can be confused with normal pregnancy nausea, like morning sickness. It's important to monitor symptoms if they become unusual or persistent. Then, sugar in urine. And then, yan. Hanap, ang tagal niya. Yan. Panoorin natin to para po mas gets mo.
In this film, we're going to explain how your body processes the food you eat in order to provide all your body's
Okay lang po ba? Naririnig?
cells with the energy they need. And also what happens
Opo.
when you have diabetes and this system doesn't work properly. When you eat food that contains carbohydrate, it's broken down in the stomach and digestive system into glucose, which is a type of sugar. We need glucose from food because that's what gives us energy. Carbohydrate containing foods are things like starchy foods, sugary foods, milk and some dairy products, and fruit. This glucose then moves into the bloodstream and the body detects that the blood glucose level is rising. In response to that, the pancreas, which is a little gland that sits just underneath the stomach, starts to release a hormone called insulin. And it's insulin that helps our body get the energy from the food we eat. The bloodstream then takes the glucose and the insulin to every cell in our body that needs it. To make this easier to understand, let's look at muscle cells. At the muscle cell, it's insulin that allows the glucose to get into the cells where it can be used for energy. It's a bit like insulin is a key unlocking the door to the cells so the glucose can get in. That way, the blood glucose level starts to drop. But the blood glucose level can be topped up at any point by the liver releasing extra glucose that it has stored. The blood glucose rises again, and again, the pancreas produces more insulin to move with that glucose through the bloodstream to the muscle cells, open the doors, and let the glucose in. The body functions best with the blood glucose at an optimum level. It doesn't like it if the blood glucose rises too high. Normally, there's a cycle within the body which balances out the glucose and the insulin level. And this is achieved by the food you eat, the pancreas, and the liver. However, in some people, the system doesn't work properly and they develop diabetes. There are two main types of diabetes and type 2. In type 1 diabetes, the body isn't making any insulin at all. This is because of an autoimmune response, whereby the body has destroyed the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. We don't entirely know why that happens in some people and not in others. Type 1 diabetes accounts for about 10% of all cases. It's most often found in the under 40s, and it's by far the most common type of diabetes found in childhood. In type 1 diabetes, the carbohydrate-containing food is broken down into glucose as normal. That glucose then moves into the bloodstream. Normally, the body would produce insulin to let that glucose into the cells, but in type 1 diabetes, there is no insulin being produced. So the glucose can't get into the body cells at all. So the level of glucose in the blood rises and rises. The body tries to lower the level of glucose, tries to get those through the kidneys. That's why people who have undiagnosed type 1 diabetes tend to go to the toilet a lot to pass urine. As the kidneys filter the glucose out of the blood, they also take a lot of water with it. So a person with diabetes will get very thirsty. The urine contains a lot of glucose, and that creates an environment where it's quite easy for bacteria to thrive. So it's also quite common to get thrush or genital itching. In the same way, the blood contains a high level of glucose as well. So more bacteria than usual will tend to breed in flesh wounds, and they might be slow to heal. Glucose can also build up in the lens at the front of the eye, causing the liquid in the lens to become cloudy. That can mean that some people with undiagnosed type 1 diabetes can have blurred vision. Because the glucose can't get into the cells to be used for energy, somebody who's got undiagnosed type 1 diabetes is going to start feeling very tired, lethargic, and unable to sort of go about their normal daily routine. But the body still needs an energy source in order to work. So what it does is it starts to break down its fat stores, and that can lead to weight loss. So the main symptoms of type 1 diabetes are going to the toilet a lot. First, thrush or genital itching, slow healing of wounds, blurred vision, tiredness, and weight loss. These symptoms generally happen quite quickly, often over a few weeks, and can be reversed once the diabetes is treated with insulin. Type 2 diabetes accounts for about 90% of all cases in the population. It's most common in the over 40 age group in the white population and in the over 25 age group in the South Asian population. Type 2 diabetes is a little more complex because of slight instances at work. Either the body isn't producing quite enough insulin, or the insulin it is producing isn't working properly. That can be due to being overweight because a buildup of fat can stop insulin doing its job properly, but it can also happen in people of a healthy weight. So in type 2 diabetes, the carbohydrate containing food is broken down into glucose in the stomach and digestive system as normal. That glucose then moves into the bloodstream. The pancreas starts to produce insulin, which moves with the glucose through the bloodstream to all the body cells which need glucose for energy. However, the glucose can't always get into the cells because the locks to the cell doors have become furred up with fat deposits. That means that the insulin can't open the cell doors properly. So the level of glucose in the blood continues to rise. In response to this, the pancreas produces even more insulin. So the blood glucose levels continue to rise and the insulin levels continue to rise. This situation is further complicated by the cells, which are desperate for energy, sending out emergency signals to the liver to release stored glucose. The blood glucose level goes up, and the pancreas produces more and more insulin until it can't cope anymore, and eventually it can wear out. As with type 1 diabetes, the symptoms of type 2 diabetes are going to the toilet a lot, thirst, thrush or genital itching, slow healing of wounds, blurred vision, tiredness, and weight loss in some people. The symptoms for type 2 diabetes come along very slowly, and some people don't have any symptoms at all. So for that reason, people can live with type 2 diabetes for up to 10 before they realise that they have it. Type 2 diabetes can be treated in a number of different ways. Initially, it may be sufficient to make changes to the food you're eating and to take extra physical activity or lose any weight that may be appropriate. But type 2 diabetes is a progressive condition and most people will need some form of medication to treat it.
Depende po sa Dharma.
At the heart. Ayan. Can
Tapos
you
na.
reflect sa napanood mo video?
Diba, mag-reflection pa ako. Me.
Summary mo lang.
Me. Me like. Ah?
Summary.
Summary? Ako ang mag-summarize?
In your own words. Yan.
Ako?
I-evaluate. Evaluate natin ang natutunan.
Okay, so
Asa ko ibutang?
chicken yan?
Ang dami na
Beef yan.
Ha?
Beef.
Chicken.
Diabetes is caused by the lack of insulin because insulin is the key of the sugar or the glucose to go to the cell. Kaya pag ang cell ay nakalock na or walang insulin na mag-o-open, ang sugar or ang glucose ay will stay in the bloodstream, so that's why it will stuck there and that it will cause diabetes. There are 3 types of diabetes: type 1, type 2, and type 3. For type 1 diabetes, that is a person who has this kind of disease ay uh, there is a lifetime injection of the insulin. While the type 2 diabetes that can be uh, ayun, 90% of the people has type 2 diabetes na kung saan hindi naman agad-agad na ma-inject ng insulin kasi
Hindi siya
there is still a time or a possibility na makakapag-produce pa din ng insulin. And then the third one is the gestational diabetes. Ito ay nangyayari sa mga pregnant women. So, maybe sa tatlong type of diabetes na to, they have common symptoms. One is blurring of vision. Another one is thirst, then hunger, sometimes hunger, ganon. Then, according to the video, there is an itchiness of genital part of the body. Then, ano pa ba? Nakalimutan ko na kung ano pa. Ayun. So, yun lang ang summary ko based on what I understand.
So,
Okay?
ang cause ng type 1 diabetes ay autoimmune. Ang type 2 naman is hindi nagre-respond ang cell sa insulin. Ang gestational naman ay for pregnant women only na bubuo siya during 24 and 28 weeks of pregnancy. Yan. Para para
Ay, oo.
maiwasan natin ito, para hindi natin ma-trigger ang dugo natin na may
Diabetes.
halong diabetes, diabetic, kailangan nating baguhin ang ating lifestyle. Yan. The power of a healthy lifestyle.
Gaya ng
Wait lang.
exercise.
Yes. So, physical and mental health. A healthy body and mind can reduce the onset of future physical and mental ailments. An immense lifestyle reduces the likelihood of chronic conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Energy providing the body with the recommended daily intake of nutrients in the form of varied diet rich in whole foods. So, paano nga ba natin paano ba natin change ang ating lifestyle? So, we have to new start. Yan. We have to new start. The 8 pillars of natural wellness. First, ano nga ba ang meaning ng new start? First, nutrition. Wait lang. Nutrition. Proper nutrition is the fundamental
Nakita mo.
health to good health and
Nilagay
recovery.
ko lang sa tape.
Focus on a
Nilagay ko takip.
whole food, plant-based diet rich in vegetable, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Avoid processed foods, sugary snacks, saturated fats, and excessive salt. Proper nutrition provides the essential vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants your body needs to function and heal. Balance meals help stabilize blood sugar, support and healthy weight, and reduce the risk of chronic disease. So, ma, please stop
Mm.
stop mo ang magpa-tempt sa sugary foods. Kahit masarap pa yan.
Hindi
Is,
naman ako kumakain eh.
kumain ka
Sila
na.
nga, meron silang Graham bar dito, hindi ako kumain.
Kumain ka kayo nandiyan ako.
Graham bar?
Hindi.
Wala ah, nasira
Kailangan
na
mo.
nga yung Graham bar.
Kinain mo yung cake na pasalubong.
Kunti lang kasi siyempre it is just for ano lang naman, respeto.
Bagay.
For the sake, respect lang yun, di ba? Binili nila yun, carrot cake, binili nila Nathan para sa akin.
Okay
Binigyan
na.
nila sa salubong. Ipakita mo naman, anak, Juan, wag yung, ayaw ko yan, alang-alang ikasdye mo. Di ba, nakakakwa naman sa kanila.
So,
Pero
basta.
nakita mo naman, hindi ko kinain lahat, tikim lang.
So,
Ikaw kasi, alam mo, diabetes ako,
Totoo yun.
yun pa binili ninyo para sa akin.
sila yung nagkuhan nun.
Pwede naman kahit
Sila ang bumili, hindi ako.
sana.
Sila ang bumili, hindi ako.
Sige.
So, kaya masabihan mo rin sila ate dyan na wag na silang kumain ng processed foods. Ay, wag na silang wag na silang kumain ng fresh foods. Mag-stick na kayo ng
Ay,
dyan,
ang hilig nila ng
plant-based.
milk tea.
Lalo na yan sa ate, tsaka sa ate Heart.
Ay, ayaw ni ate mo ah. Si Heart, okay pa si Heart kasi kumakain ng gulay. Si ate sweet talaga ang mapili.
Baka mamaya,
Kung ako nga, kung po pwede na, ano ako, mag-vegetarian ako. Kaso itong mga kasama ko sa bahay, hindi nila maiwasan na walang
Sila.
isda.
Gabi ka ng dami ng mga nutrients sa isda.
pero
Hindi
kasi,
lifestyle nga daw.
kumakain pa rin kasi sila ng mga lamang dagat. Baka mamaya nakakain nila yung mga di ba? Mga marurumi. Kaya mag-plant-based na lang tayo, guys. Yun. So, next.
Mm.
Darl ha, talaga lang ha.
Ayaw naman. Yan. Exercise, kagaya ng ginagawa mo. So, action is a law of life. Muscle tone and strength are lost without exertion, but exercise improves the health of body, mind, and spirit, multiplying vitality and health. Aim for at least 30 to 60 minutes to moderate physical uh, uh, physical activity most days of the week. Activities like walking, swimming, cycling, or metabolism or strength training boosts cardiovascular health and mental well-being. Exercise improves insulin sensitivity, enhances metabolism, and reduces the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and depression. Even light movement, such as stretching, gardening, housework, adds up throughout the day. So, buti na lang at active ka sa mga physical activities at na na-reduce mo ang risk of complications sa diabetes
Oo,
and heart disease.
ako nga nag
Pero nag-walking ka pa po.
ako nga walking?
Oo.
Hindi, wala naman ako kasama. Kung sa school, syempre, yung akyat panaog sa ang taas-taas na building, isa na rin yun, na
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah. That's why gusto ko mag-walking para para ma-fresh din ang aking mind. Ma-refresh ang aking mind. Next, water.
Mag-walking kayo,
Hmm? Wala,
mag-walking kayo dyan.
busy.
Palibot.
Busy.
Mm,
Now,
okay.
W stands for water. If people replace just one calorie-laden drink with water, they can reduce body weight and improving overall health. According to Virginia Tech researcher, because the body is 70% water, keeping well hydrated and knowing what and when to drink are essential to health. Drink 6 to 8 glasses a day of clean water, fresh water, more if active or in hot weather. Water helps detoxify the body, regulate temperature, and aid digestion and circulation. Staying hydrated can reduce fatigue, headaches, and false hunger signals. Prefer water over sugary drinks, soda, or caffeine heavy beverages. So mama, nakakailan ka ng glasses of water in a day?
It depends. Ngayon, ang dami na, kasi inom ako ng inom. Ngayon, tapos ihi.
Sa Ate
Ihi
Sweet,
ng ihi.
sa
Hindi mo
Although,
walang kulay.
oo,
sa Ate Sweet kaya, para mas marami
hindi
pa
ko
atang,
alam sa kanya ba?
mas marami pa atang caffeine niya. Sugary drinks.
Well,
Next.
to.
Now, sunlight. The sun is the established energy ordained by the Almighty to sustain the cycle of life for plants and animals. Get to 10 to 30 minutes of natural sunlight daily depending on your skin tone, location, and season. Sun exposure triggers vitamin D production, essential for bones, reduces the risk of seasonal depression. Always balance exposure with skin protection to avoid.
Bakit? Nawala ka?
Ako po,
Naputol na naman?
no? What do you mean nawala? Okay na po? Ma, kayo nawala. Yan.
Sino ang nawalan ng signal? Ikaw, ako?
Ow. Ah,
Ako?
opo. So, ang sunlight po ay nakaka-help sa atin na sa pag-produce po ng vitamin D sa ating skin na nakakatulong po sa ating bone. At, ayun, essential din siya for immunity and mood. Then, hala, temperance. Temperance,
Temperance.
temperance, uh, is using good things moderately and avoiding the bad. It is obviously wise yet often hard to practice. Use self-control and moderation in all things, including good habits. Avoid harmful substances such as tobacco, alcohol, drugs, and excessive caffeine or sugar. Overindulgence, even in healthy things like food or exercise, can be harmful. Temperance means making intentional, balanced choices that support long-term well-being. So, mamang, sabihin mo kay ate, stop na siya sa,
Mm,
ano, sa pag-inom ng caffeine.
Malalamig pa naman.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Pati sila ni Papa mo mahilig magkape dito sa bahay.
Stop mo sila,
Tapos mo, ha?
tago mo yung kape niya. Kasi,
Bibili sila eh. Bibili sila, tapos inumin nila.
syempre, hindi mawawala ang air. Lang.
Fresh air.
Yes, the body's most essential resources is air. Proper breathing and pure air are fundamental to good health than food or water. Breathe clean, fresh air deeply and regularly, especially in nature. Oxygen intake energizes the body and sharpens mental clarity. Improve indoor air quality with plants, open windows, and ventilation. Deep breathing exercises and spending time outdoors can reduce stress and anxiety, which is true. Kasi, ang mas gusto kong makalanghap ng fresh air kaysa sa aircon. Kasi mas nagpa-function ang utak ko.
Totoo.
Mas nagpa-function ang utak ko kapag nakakalanghap ako ng fresh air kaysa sa aircon. Kasi kapag sa aircon, inaantok lang ako. And then, rest. Ay,
True.
ano pang rest?
Kaya kung mapansin mo dito sa bahay, 'di ba yung kwarto namin laging naka-open pag natutulog ng gabi para yung fresh air pumasok. Yun. Pag naka-aircon kasi close, walang pumapasok na fresh air.
Na,
Doon nakaka ng sakit. Kaya okay lang heart na nandito ka kasi may fresh air. Hindi
wala,
doon sa aircon.
next, wala kasi sa PowerPoint tong ano eh, tong rest. Isabihin ko na lang. Then, rest. Aim to, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night to allow the body and brain to recover and repair. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Wind, wind down before bed and limit screen time at night, including rest during the day, such as short breaks, relaxation, and moments of stillness. Rest supports the immune system, emotional stability, memory, and hormone balance. Maganda mag-usapan yan
Oo,
kasi.
ako magtanong sa'yo.
Ano daw ma?
Ano yan?
Yung rest, kailangan 7 to 8 hours.
Ano sabi niya? Ano sabi niya nang sabi mo
Huwag
ako?
mo ito pag-usapan niya.
Guilty ako dyan. So, ang sleep ko ngayon,
Kayong tatlo.
5 hours lang.
Papa lang ang perfect. 5 hours lang.
Kasi ginawa ko tong kanto.
Awan
Ah, next slide.
Si Papa lang ang may hours. Kasi
Now.
7 siya, 7:30.
Oh. Now, trust in divine power. Could be, spiritually is also,
Green ka na.
pa,
Tingnan. Oh, okay na. Kasi kanina green ka eh.
Green ka na daw, so daw mga infection.
Oh.
spiritually is also directly linked to physical health. Trust in God is a gift leading to right choices. Cultivate spiritual wellness, whether through faith, prayer, medication, or a sense of purpose. Trust in a higher power brings emotional peace, hope, and resilience during stressful times. A sense of meaning and connection is associated with better mental health, lower blood pressure,
Pinaglag
hmm? and greater happiness. Community support and spiritual practices often lead to healthier life. Reflect. Ano ba ang nagtutulong ng divine power sa iyong ating kalusugan?
Siyempre you have to trust in God, pray to have a good health, ganon. Kasi God is the source of everything. Siyang doktor, siyang advisor, siya ang mentor. So, you have to ask wisdom from Him para ma alam mo kung ano ang gagawin mo about your health. Trust in God.
Yes, and
And trust yourself, your health, God.
Yes, and temple ng Panginoon ang ating katawan, kaya kailangan natin itong alagaan din. Next, now, and a quote from Dick Gregory says, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, those are conditions brought about by lifestyle. If you change the lifestyle, those conditions will leave. Ma'am, can you ano po reflect sa um quote na ito?
Quotation?
Yeah.
Ano yun? Ulitin mo nga.
People with high blood pressure, diabetes, those are conditions brought about a lifestyle. If you change the lives, those conditions will leave.
Will?
Will leave.
Those
Aalis.
conditions
Those
aalis.
conditions.
Okay. Oo naman. Kung noong una ang lifestyle mo, wala kang pakialam, kinakain mo lahat na gusto mo, matatamis, inom ka ng milk tea, kain ka ng ice cream, kain ka ng cake, kain ka ng maalat, kain ka ng karne, lagi, wala kang pakialam, kaya nagkakaroon ka ng diabetes at saka high blood. Pero if you have to change your lifestyle, naiwasan mo na yung mga maaalat, matataba, matatamis, ka nang kumain ng mga bawal kasi hindi lang yung mga matatamis actually hindi lang naman diabetes ang nun eh, kundi pati cancer kasi mga sweet foods, those are the foods of cancer. Kaya iwasan lahat-lahat ang mga yon. So pag maiwasan mong mga lahat na yun, ng mga bawal na pagkain, of course, you will have a healthy life. Lahat ng mga sakit na yon ay aalis mula sa katawan mo. So you will have a good and healthy body.
Yes,
Yun.
hindi mo siya
Just like for me, ganun.
Mm-mm.
Just like for me, ayan, hindi ako kumakain ng mga matatamis. So that's why, as per experience doon sa aking mga co-teachers, kung sa mga babae, ako ang pinakamatanda sa kanila, pero ako ang stronger among them. Sila puro masakit ang lagi nilang iniinda because wala silang pakialam sa kanilang lifestyle. Kinakain nila ang lahat-lahat na gusto nila. Ayun. Kaya ako yung pinaka-stronger sa kanilang lahat.
Mm. Pag change mo ang style mo into healthy, mas marireduce ang risk mo sa mga sakit. Kaya dapat lang na baguhin ang ating lifestyle, ating mga kinakain. Kailangan balance. Dapat walang fresh foods. At walang sugary foods.
Ganda. Ang
Next,
chikahan na lang.
next quote. From Anonymous. A healthy body.
Kaano naman nila, Darlene? Kakagagawa na naman nila ng Graham bar na naman. Dami
Sila
naman
ate.
nagawa nila. Paano nila maiwasan?
A healthy body is a healthy mind. Choose to eat well and move often. Reflect.
Kaya pag uwi mo, bili ka ng wheat bread dahil yun yung aking kakainin as my carbohydrates kasi low carbohydrates content siya. More on fiber siya. Yun yung mas magandang kakainin.
Ah.
Kaya magdala ka pag uwi mo.
Yes. Next. Small steps, big chances. Prioritize healthy habits for a diabetes-free future. Preventing diabetes.
Awan pa,
Oh,
ipasak mon.
shh. Tagare.
Awan na.
May, umalis na.
Tagari daw. Wait lang, may pinutong.
Kasi wala kaming tubig, kaya awan danong ni Mar. Ha? Noksot? Baka nga makawunter. Awan o.
Sana siya.
Which of the...
Preventing diabetes is about building a foundation of wellness, not just reacting to a problem. So, Ma, can you open
Ah,
your Bible? Open your Bible po sa 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31.
okay, open na po.
Pwede pong pakibasa. And reflect or
Kaya kung kayo man ay kumain, umiinom, o anuman ang inyong ginagawa, gawin ninyo ang lahat sa ikaluluwalhati ng Diyos. Okay, ayun. In short, huwag mong kainin yung mga bawal. Kasi nga, based sa sinabi mo kanina, that our body is the temple of God. Kaya kapag kinain mo yung mga bawal, masisira yung katawan mo, magkakaroon ka ng sakit, masisira ang katawan mo, masisira ang temple ng Panginoon. So, hindi mo na luwalhati ang Panginoon. Kaya dapat kainin mo lang yung malinis, yung nararapat, at minom ka ng tubig, huwag yung alcohol. Yun lang.
hey. So, ah summary po nung yung second topic, can you summarize it po?
Hala,
In,
hindi ko na masamarize.
new start.
Kaya nga, new start, nutrition, kailangan kumain lamang ng mga nutritious foods, just like vegetables and fruits. Yun yung kakainin. Tapos exercise. Kailangan mag-exercise. Then mag-rest. Rest for 8 hours. Then rest, new start. Sunlight. Kailangan magbilad ka ng kahit 20 to 30 minutes para sa mga buto. Water. You have to drink plenty of water para malinisan ang intestine. Ano pa? Sunlight, trust in God,
Air.
then air, kailangan
Mag-ubo.
doon ka sa, kailangan mong lumanghap ng fresh air. Huwag ka magstay doon sa kwarto na close kasi walang makapasok na fresh air. Kasi ang fresh air ay nagbibigay yan ng mental alertness.
Temperance.
Then you start, ano pa? Temperance. So, kailangan may temperance tayo sa ating kinakain at iniinom.
Ano nangyari sa'yo?
Then, trust in the Lord. Ah? Nasamid ang ano ko? Alamunan ko, I need water.
So that ends our discussion. Thank you po and God bless.
Okay.
Before tayo
Thank you.
mag-end, before po tayo mag-end, ano tayo mag-pray. Panginoon namin makapangyarihan sa lahat, kami pong muli ay naririto sa inyong harapan na mag-aral na humihingi ng inyong presensya. Panginoon, kami po ay nananalangin na mabigyan niyo po ng mabuting kalusugan si Mama. Naway hindi na po lumala at madagdagan pa ang kanyang sakit. Ang kanya din pong ipinapanalangin na maisabuhay po namin ang mga naibahagi kong impormasyon sa kanya. Naway bigyan niyo po siya ng mahabang buhay at palusog na mental, emosyonal, physical na pangangatawan. Gayon na rin po ang aking buong pamilya, Panginoon. Ito lamang po sa amin dalangin sa mitamis sa pangalan ni Jesus na aming tagapagligtas at Panginoon. Amen. Yay!
Amen.